guys, hope you're having a great day. So, I went out last week and I got myself a load of pears. Now there is a wild pear tree not too far away from me, just far enough to be a pain to get to. But it is absolutely laden with pears. So I have got myself 10 kilos of wild pears. Now they are quite firm. They are very firm. They are quite sweet as well. Very nice. Got a little bit of scab on them, but they are kind of wild and organic. No pesticides put on them. Check that. So we're going to be turning this into a lovely pear cider. Oh yes, very, very nice. Now, there is the hot and cold method of making cider, which is the steeping process. If you're interested in using the steeping process because you don't have a juicer, I'll stick the link to my apple wine that I made, because the steeping process is exactly the same for pretty much everything. But we're going to use the juicing method by using a juicer, because I'm guessing more people have a juicer than they have a fruit press. That's what I think anyway. So let's do this. So I have my sink with all the pears in there. Now I need to get rid of the wild yeast and anything else that's on here, because I'm going to be adding in my own yeast, but I don't want to use preservatives. So the easiest way to do that is to get a cheeky boiled kettle, and then we're just scorching the outside. Now this won't affect the flavour of the juice, but it will kill off everything on the outside, since the inside should technically be sterile. There we go. If you're unsure if it's sterilised, you can do it another time. So now my pears have been sterilised. I have taken the time to check the pears and remove any that are bruised or a bit too far gone. We don't really want them in our brew. It's just adding insult to injury. Like, you've got a little bit of squidginess on this. You can use a tiny bit of bruising, but I suggest just cut it off. It's just a lot easier. So now comes the fun bit, the bit that's going to take the time. So I need to cut these up. Everything has been sterilised, just like to point that out. Didn't go to all the trouble of washing off the outsides of our pears just to put it on a dirty top. So this has been sterilised, my jug has been sterilised, my thing has been sterilised. Now I use boiling water to sterilise it, because, well, it's easy. So I'm now just gonna juice some pears. So I've collected my almost first litre. It is got this gooey stuff on the top. Those are little tiny super fine bits of pear. Really tasty, in fact. But as you leave it alone, all the liquid's going to fall to the bottom and this crusty stuff on top is going to stay. That's cool. I'm just leaving it to one side for now, so I have a rough estimation of how much liquid I have, since I don't know. I've got these pears and I want about a gallon-ish. So I'm going to do another batch and leave that to drop down. So I've done my other batch, and well, yeah, here it is. It's pretty much exactly the same as the first one I did, but the liquid is slowly draining out and the scum on the top is, well, getting more condensed and drier. But I'm going to be using a brew bucket, so I don't really have to worry. This is just a rough guide. So my bucket has been sterilised with bleach and washing up liquid, and it smells fresh. So in goes my beautiful juice. And since I'm using the brew bucket, in goes the other one. And now I start again. So let's do more. So I have finished juicing all of those pears, and well, this is what roughly 10 kilos of pear scraps look like. Now if you were feeling really, really frugal, you could use the cold steeping process to make some more. Obviously using water and sugar as an addition, but I've got what I wanted. It's lovely, it's beautiful. This is the last of it. Now we are going to need to take a hydrometer reading. Now I could just take one from here, but there's all this juice in here, so it's not going to be accurate. So in it goes, and I'm just going to mix it around using this sterilized jug. Right, take out some of that lovely gloop. This is why I've used the bucket, because I know it's going to be rather happy. So now I'm just going to leave this to settle out so I can take some of the jus and test it with my hydrometer. So it's going to take about 10, maybe 20 minutes just to get an accurate reading, so I'll be right back. So I left it for 20 or so minutes and I very, very carefully took off some of that lovely pear juice. It's still got a few bits in there, but this is going to give us a much more accurate reading because we're not taking it just off one batch. It is the entire batch mixed together. So in it goes in my... Oh, there we go. Now, let's just see what it says on the hydrometer. Will it stand up? Yeah, it will. So I can put this stuff back in. I don't want to waste it. And I got a bit to drink. That is beautiful. Sweet, a little bit of tannin-y taste. Really good. So right, this is just going to settle out and we're going to take a hydrometer reading. So this has settled out. I've pushed it up and down a couple of times to get an accurate reading since there are a few bits in here. And it is reading 1.050, which has a potential alcohol of about 8%. That's not bad considering. Now we use nothing but pure juice. There we go. So this should be a fantastic perry. Now it's up to you if you want to add in pectolase and anything like that. I'm just leaving it pure, unfettered. But I am going to be using cider yeast, since I've gone to all the trouble of juicing this. So I'm just going to pitch in some cider yeast and give it a swirl, because I want to make sure it gets into the liquid. Just give it a light sprinkle. Yeah, just use all of it. It's nearly empty anyway. There we go. Now I've got a sterilized, which I sterilized using boiling water. Just make sure that mixes all in here with the juice. And we did get about our gallon's worth. This is a 10-litre tub, and it comes up to just about there. So including the scummy stuff on the top, which has still got a lot of liquid in there, it should be right at the gallon mark. Couldn't have planned it any better if I tried. So stick it on 3 sides and leave it loose on one, and that's us done. We have created perry. Oh yes, using nothing more than a juicer and a load of free pears. That's cheap. So we're going to come back in about a month's time and see how this is getting on. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out some of the other ones, and well, subscribe if you feel like it. Carry on homebrewing, guys. I'm gonna have some, I've got some juice. Cheers. That's good stuff. So I just want to take a second to thank my patrons. They're helping me grow the channel, upgrade my equipment, all of that fantastic stuff. And as a thank you to them and for future patrons, I also do 4 Patreon-only videos per month. So it's pretty handy if you want a little bit extra. So there's some other links to videos down below, and of course the Patreon and subscribe button. Don't forget to check those out. See ya.